children of Israel knew what it was to wait a long time for God to fulfill his promise to them. They were captive in Egypt for 400 years, and then it took them 40 years to enter the promised land, a journey which should have taken them a fraction of that time. So why are God's promises sometimes delayed? Well, first we need to recognize God is outside of time. 2 Peter 3:8 says, "With the Lord a day is like 1,000 years, and 1,000 years is like a day." But we also have to trust God's timing. David was anointed to be king as a boy, but this wasn't fulfilled until he went through some trials and turmoil running for his life. Habakkuk 2:3 says, "For the vision is yet for the appointed future time. It hurries towards the goal of fulfillment. It will not fail. Even though it delays, wait patiently for it, because it will certainly come. It will not delay." Ecclesiastes says, "There is an appointed time for everything, and there is a time for every event under heaven." Sometimes we wait for God, but sometimes God is also waiting for us. There are times when we need to mature, when we need to hit rock bottom, where God refines us and shapes us like the potter with the clay. There's also a time when we need to take hold of every single one of God's promises and speak them out over our lives. God is looking for our participation, our voice activating his word. 2 Corinthians tells us, "For every one of God's promises a yes in him. Therefore also through him the amen is spoken, to the glory we give to God." Listen, the Bible tells us God is never late, so trust him, trust the process, and know that his timing is perfect.